it's Tanya. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. All right, today I have part 3 of my Stamperia Brocante mini album or junk journal. And today we're going to be making the cover and the spine, okay? And let me just show you what you'll need. Now you're going to need some score tape. I just used the 3/8 inch for my spines. And you're going to need some art glitter glue for this. I prefer it because I want it to stick pretty quickly. And then I'm going to use my Distress Oxide in Black Soot. And then you need some chipboard. And I've cut this chipboard because my book pages, let me get them. Now your cover will be different depending on what size you make your book, but my pages are 6 by 8, okay? So you want to make your cover a little bit bigger. So my cover is 6.5 by 8.5, all right? And then my spine, because I never know just how full it's going to get, I usually just cut it 2.5 inches wide and leave it the same length as my book, which is 8.5, all right? And I get this chipboard at Hobby Lobby, and sometimes when you put your score tape on it, it will kind of, if you try to pull it back up, it will take the top layer off. This is the cinch book page that you can get, and I got it on sale when they were having that big clearance for $1.99, and it's usually $3.99. So I got 2 bunches of this, okay? So you'll need your chipboard. You're going to need 2 pages of whatever color cardstock you want. I'm using the fudge brown I got off of Amazon. I'll link everything in the description box below. And I've cut, these were 12 by 12s, and I cut them down to 10.5 by 10.5. You need 2. And then I think I'm going to close it with this really pretty little ribbon that I had, that I showed you yesterday, that I closed the waterfall with. And I picked this up at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. And I'm going to be using this little tool here. I can't remember what it's called. It's Tonic Studios, and it's magnetic, and I want to make sure that I get mine straight. So that's why I'm using that. And then I'm going to be using this. I also got this large center ruler when they were having that big clearance at Hobby Lobby. I got it for, I think it was like $1 or 99 cents or $1.99. But this is going to come in wonderfully for what I have planned. All right, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do, I'm going to go ahead with my Distress Oxide in Black Soot and just go around these edges and grunge it up. And you need to do the inside and the outside of this paper. Both sides, in other words. And I'm not going to be making the hinges today. That is going to be in a separate video all itself. I think we probably have maybe like 2 more videos of this after today. And then we're going to be off doing fall, really cute little ephemera and things like that, mini junk journals. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll do this other page. All right. Clean my hands. I have all that black soot all over. Okay, what you want to do for this is you just want to overlap this slightly. Just slightly. Don't have to overlap it a lot. I'm going to take my art glitter glue. Okay, my little knitting needle cap messed up. So what you want to do is just come down through here with you don't need a whole lot. I may have to use my Barely Art glue. This is just so stopped up. I'll just use my Barely Art. I've got some other knitting needle caps, and I have no idea what I did with them. So, all right. So you just want to come down through here with a straight line. Doesn't need to be a whole lot. And then we're just going to overlap this. Maybe like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, something like that. You don't need a lot. You just want to be straight. Look at that. So I can see, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now that'll give that a while to set. Then we'll put our lid stopper back in. Okay, now this is really big, so I'm pulling it up, so hopefully you'll be able to see. And I'm filming this after dark, so that's why it's a little... I've got my ring lights on, but sometimes it just doesn't help that much. Okay, so I want to leave 1 inch at the bottom and 1 inch at the top. So what I'm going to do for now is put this right there. Then I'm going to put this right up here, okay? And we'll do one side at a time. Okay, now I'm going to take this and make sure that this is 1 inch. Okay, right there is 1 inch. And then I'm going to put it right here on this one, and that will keep that relatively straight, okay? Then I'm going to take my spine first, and I'm going to go ahead and put my score tape on here. And I want to put it all along this edge. And I'm probably going to have to check this after that I didn't move this. You could do this first. Okay, and then I'm going to put, you don't have to, but I'm going to put a piece right down the center. Alright, and then I'm going to get my bone folder and burnish this down. And then I'm going to make sure, before I take that off, that I'm still 1 inch all the way across through here. Because I don't want to find out I'm trailing. Okay, that's working great. All right. So then I'm going to take my little pokey tool. And with this, you're going to peel this off all over. Not like I normally do, just half. And that's the only thing about this cinch chipboard, is that it sometimes doesn't want the score tape to stick to it. I mean, it tries to, it'll stick to it, but it tries to peel it, this bottom part of the chipboard up. So you just have to be careful. Okay. Now, there's our spine. Now, if I just go straight, and drop that down, that should be right there, and I should have an inch on the top and the bottom. I think I do. I can't see up there. Okay. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my score tape on both of these, the front and back cover. And normally I put this on before I get all my paper out, and I probably should have done that again this time, but I didn't. In other words, I put it on here before I have this to where I don't want to mess it up. But so far it's not moving or anything, so that's good. Okay, and then we'll do it to this one. Okay, then we're going to burnish this down here. Okay, and we're just going to do one side at a time, just like we did that. Now first, before we do this, I need to leave myself 3/8 of an inch from the side of my spine, okay? So I'm going to mark it here and up here. It's hard to do this and not get your head in here. And then I'm going to draw me a line. You can put score tape on each side if you want. I just do this. And then once again, I need to turn this around. And then draw it down through here. Okay, and that will assure that I have 3/8 of an inch on each side, and that'll give me a guideline to go by, okay? Now let me make sure we're still in frame, and I don't think I still have my inch. Okay. It just looks crooked for some reason. I think it's all these numbers. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to lift this up all the way around. And right here, I have a little piece that I missed with my score tape, so I'm just going to put a little bit of barely art glue there. Okay, so now all I want to do is put this flat, follow my line, and drop it. We should be level. I think we are. Okay. Then I'm just going to move this down I've never done it this way, but I wanted some way to be sure that I kept it level. So that's what I'm doing it this way this time. So, in theory, if I line this all up, this should still be an inch. And it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. Okay, do the same thing. Keep it level. Put it right there and drop it. Okay, let's take all this off and see how we did. I'll flip it over. All right, not bad. Got off on this one a little bit, but all in all, it's pretty good, okay? So now what I want to do is get my scissors, and I want to angle this at the corner. And I'm probably leaving a little more than I would have to. And you know what I forgot to do? Well, I can still do it. I have to do the closure. I think I can take a little more off of this one. Okay. Okay, now what I want to do is just bring this and start pushing it with my bone folder up against the chipboard. And then we'll just stand it up, push in there, push it up against it. And same thing here, we're just going to flip it over, push it up against that chipboard, make sure it's really good and pliable. We're going to do the same thing to this. Sometimes I stand it on its edge first, but you really don't have to, especially with this paper only being 65 pounds. You really don't have to. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to take my score tape. Make sure you're in frame. Okay, I think I'm just going to take this off for now. And I'm just going to put this right along through here at the bottom. You want it at the bottom. Turn this around. Do the same thing here. Then I'm going to go along the sides. This is really easy to do. Okay. Then before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and burnish that down. And then I'm going to put some score tape right here along the edge of our paper. Don't go over your paper, but on the edge. Because I don't want this cover to go anywhere. And this is how I do all mine. And they are still doing really well. And I got up too high on that one. Okay. But you'll never know that I did that. Okay. Then we're going to do the edges. I haven't made one of these in so long. It's been a while. Okay, then we're going to burnish this down. And because I want to make sure this isn't going to go anywhere. Now, like I said, I would have used my art glitter glue, but I couldn't do anything. What I'm first going to do is we're going to do the top and the bottom first. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And I'm going to peel this side back because it's going to get in my way. And this side back, okay? Then I'm going to take my Barely Art glue and put it right along through here. Like I said, if my art glitter glue wasn't so stopped up, I would have used it. Then we're going to take this, pull it up from the center, work out and down. Okay. Now you also have these little corners, and I'm going to try to push them in with either bone folder or nail. Okay. So then I'm going to flip this around here, do the same thing here. I'm going to take this off once it's burnished well. Take this off. And I'll take this off, and I'll go ahead and just take these two off. Get my Barely Art glue. I'm having all kinds of trouble with my glue. It's a mess. And put some right in here. Okay. Get your bone folder. Start from the center. Work down. Okay. Then press this in to kind of miter that corner and press that one in. Okay. Then we're going to take this side off. And we're going to put our glue right down through here. Same principle, going to pull it in. Okay. These corners look pretty good. Then the same thing, I'm going to put glue right down through here. Take this off. Flip this up, working down and out, okay? And if you feel like your corner needs worked on a little bit, you can use your bone folder. Okay, that's what we're getting so far. That looks really good, okay? So then what you want to do, you want to just start bending this easy, okay? And it's working really well. Increase it And that's why I put that 3/8 of an inch there, is so that I could really not have any problems bending it. Because if it's going to crack, it's going to crack where that spine comes together, okay? This is how you make your cover, front, back, and spine. It's really easy to do. And I hope you enjoyed this. Now, what I thought I would do is, I don't know, I might, let me see how long we've been on. Okay, I want to go ahead and decorate, just put the paper on. I'm not doing any of the embellishments on the cover or anything, but I think I wanted to go ahead and do that. I can't do the inside yet because I have to put the hinge in it, okay? But I do want to do this. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, I don't think I need to cut any of this off, and you'll still be able to see a little bit of chocolate, because I wanted to see as much of this as I could. So I wasn't that worried about seeing a lot of the chocolate. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Distress ink out in Black Soot and come down through here. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this in where you can see it. I'm just going to get my Barely Art glue out. Okay. Pull this up. It all has to be straight. Okay, I like that. That looks really good. Get my dry baby wipe. Get that excess glue off. I really like that. I think we can really embellish this to be really sharp. Now, I could have gotten that over that way more, but I couldn't see good, and it's down, so that's how that's going to go. And I didn't put this under it. That was a miracle. Okay. So I need to put, I almost forgot to do this, okay? So I'm going to cut, because I want this to be really, give me a lot of room. I'm going to cut it right here for this one. I need to cut that straighter. Okay. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put maybe a little more towards the back. I'll even this up. Okay. Because I want to have enough room. Okay. This is going to be under my paper. So I'm going to get, once again, my Fabri-Tac out. It's really good glue, but it really stinks. But I'm not smelling it as much as I used to be able to. And then this is going to have paper go over it, so. Okay. Then I'm going to put this right here. You could measure. I'm just going to eyeball this. This really stinks, but for some reason I can't smell it right now. It's something to do with my nose. So I guess that could be a good thing. Okay, and it's not going to bother me that that's there because paper's going on over top of it. Okay, so now we're going to go back with this. I could put it down with Fabri-Tac if I wanted, but I think I'm just going to stick with this. It was a miracle that that came up. A total miracle. Okay. Now let's see. I won't be so fortunate a second time, I do not believe. And I want that to go down really well. I'm going to put some more under here because where I pulled that out, it's trying to come up again. Okay. See, and then that's going to look really good. Okay, then I'm going to put this for the very back, but I think I'm going to put my spine on next. It's late at night and I'm filming this and I had lost my spine. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know, I chose this out of the 12 by 12. All this for the front, back cover, and spine is out of the 12 by 12. I really did not use that much of the 8 by 8. I did use some of it, but not a lot. I'm gonna put my glue down through here. And I'm just going to put it right like this. I really like that. I like that little bird. Okay. Then on the back, I decided I'd do the art of photography. Okay. So I'm just going to distress this. Okay, and then put this down. I may not be able to smell that stuff, but I can tell from my throat that I breathed it. But it's good. It's good glue, but boy, whew, it smells. Okay, let's just see. Let's just place it down here for a minute. I don't want it to stick. Don't stick yet. Let's see. Are you straight? I think you are. I love it. Okay. We'll clean up our excess glue. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, this gives you an overview of the front of my book cover, the spine, and the back page. Now, we still have to embellish it and things like that. Then, when we flip it over on the inside, we're going to next week do the hinges and then the inside cover, and then all we have to do is put our pages on our hinges and then decorate this beauty. But then it will tie closed like this. I think it's going to be so pretty. So if you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to make a mini album cover, including the front, back cover, and spine. Then like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay crafty.